Broadway. He's back. For the past 30 years, our guest, Gerard Alessandrini, with his show Forbidden Broadway, has been to the Broadway theater what Weird Al Yankovich has been to pop music and Mad Magazine has been to everything else. And now he is back with vengeance with a new show. If Forbidden Broadway was MS-DOS, his new show Spamilton is the Windows of Forbidden Broadway. And we are so happy to have him with us this evening. Gerard,
thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to still be at bat, and thank you for having me on.
More than at bat. Spamilton is not just for those who can't get into Hamilton, it's for those who have seen Hamilton and want to see, you know, what goes on behind the scenes, perhaps.
Right.
It's a wonderful show. Whatever gave you the idea to, I know what you have Lin Miranda say in the show.
Right,
but
which is a
what gave you the
fantasy.
idea?
It's not really what Lin Miranda would say. What gave it? Well, you know, I'd been spoofing Broadway shows for 30 years. You know, everything from Cats to Les Mis, right, and Annie and everything. So then along came Hamilton, and I thought, well, I have to do Hamilton because it's the biggest hit show in New York since I've been here. You know, I wasn't around when they did My Fair Lady, so it's the biggest hit show since I've been here, so I have to have a crack at it. And then, of course, it's loaded. I mean, it's historic, it's dramatic, it's got rap, but all different other types of music, too. It's even got some swing and a touch of classical, because, you know, Lin-Manuel Miranda has such a wide palette of taste in music. So I thought, well, it's got to be not just a number in Forbidden Broadway, it's got to be a whole show of its own. So, you know, Camelot, Spamalot, Spamilton. So it seemed like the next progressive title.
You've also managed to sneak in a couple of shows and a couple of actresses who you might not have been able to put into Forbidden Broadway.
Exactly. Well, it's a big mashup. That's what I call it. It's a big mashup of Hamilton and Broadway, which is what I think it's about. It's about how Hamilton affected Broadway and what it does when you compare it to other shows. So I've mashed up Gypsy and Man of La Mancha and Sweeney Todd and everything.
But it has the most spine. Spamilton has the most spine of a book of any show that you've done, because the others are usually a bit of this, and I happen to have Forbidden Broadway in my hand, but they're usually a bit of this and a bit of that, and it's always a pastiche.
Right.
But this has a beginning, a middle, and an end that revolves around.
Right. There's no blackouts like Hamilton. It just keeps evolving. And a lot of the actors who are wonderful only play one character. For example, Dan Rosales only plays Lin-Manuel Miranda. So he's that, and it's a very weird journey he takes, but it is a journey.
You know, you've spoofed anybody who was anybody on Broadway over the last 30 years. So the question I've always wanted to ask, why haven't you been shot?
Oh, you know, sometimes I think about that. I thought, oh my God, what if like Bernadette's friends put a, you know,
a hit out
on me? I've thought of that. Please don't get any ideas. But
but aren't they instead banging on your door to say, please put me in the show?
Sometimes that's happened. You know, I remember in the original show, Carol Channing wasn't in it, and she wanted to be in it. You know, she didn't want to have a drag man do it, but she wanted a nice girl to do it, which we did, and she liked that. And
but being in your show is such a badge of honor.
I think it's because we're just spoofing the hits. You know, you know what I mean? We're not really spoofing the big flops because people don't know them. So if you're in the show, it's the flip side of winning a Tony. If you're that famous and you've done something that notable, then you get a number in Forbidden Broadway. So you have to have accomplished a lot.
And a picture up in Sardi's. It goes together,
yes,
right?
That's right. That's right.
Now there is one actress who just seems to make it in. I'm not sure if every version, but almost every version. Patti LuPone.
Patti LuPone.
Just something about her that you.
Well, first of all, I really love her. I mean, you know, what about it? Well, she's a fine actor, takes herself very seriously. You know, incredible chanteuse, incredible voice, and of course her career has been incredible with ups and downs, like the whole Sunset Boulevard scandal from 20 years ago when Glenn Close did it on Broadway. I'm sorry to bring that up, Patti. But you know, I just love her, and she's been in all types of musicals, and she always sings, you know, wonderful songs, whether it's from Company or Can-Can. Remember, she did Encore's version of Can-Can.
I saw that, yeah.
So, and then of course, you know, she's got her shows like Evita. So she's, but that's right. We've spoofed her more than any other actress.
Well, except Cheetah and
not
even more?
okay. No. I mean, we've done Cheetah.
He knows his stuff.
Yeah, we've done Cheetah. No, I must have done like, you know, 25 Patti LuPone numbers.
But yet, when I came, now I just saw the show again yesterday. Charlie and I saw it way back in the beginning when it first opened. But there is no Patti.
There is no Patti.
No Patti.
Yes, we're giving her a rest.
But you updated and you put in
Glenn Close.
Glenn Close.
Right, in Sunset Boulevard.
Sunset Boulevard.
As a mad actress begging for tickets and right on
Well,
Broadway.
her show's closing soon, so she'll have time.
And then I'm thinking of doing a flip of that, like Glenn Close is begging Lin-Manuel for tickets to Hamilton, and then Liza Minnelli begs for tickets to Hamilton, and Audra begs for tickets. Then I think I want to have Bette Midler come out, and then Lin-Manuel beg her for tickets
that
to
would
Hello
be a joy.
Dolls.
You did a wonderful thing in this one, though. You did a Mashables. And so you
Yes.
had American Psycho in Paris. which
Yes,
I fell
yes,
off my chair when I heard
The
that one.
Lion King and I.
The Lion King and I.
Avenue Crucible.
Yes.
Right. I think I'm working on Amelie and the Chocolate Factory, and yeah.
that's-
So I get a few new ones in coming
That's
in.
cruel.
That's cruel.
But it's
Some
going to be a
Pacific
lot. But
Overtures
it's
we
going to
could
be.
do. Yeah.
Thank you for doing that.
Now, a little known fact: you actually performed in Forbidden Broadway when it first came out.
Of course, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Are you in here by any
Do you
chance?
miss
Yeah,
that?
this picture of me in there. Yeah.
Do you miss?
Well, it's funny you should bring that up because I hadn't performed in 17 years, and the gentleman who plays our king in Spamilton had to go away for the weekend, so I played the king this weekend, and I said, "Oh my God, I haven't been on stage in 17 years."
Oh, but you didn't
my
do it
voice was
Sunday.
a
I
little
missed
rusty,
you.
but
Oh.
but then I thought, "Oh, this is fun. I think I want to do a nightclub act or write a show for myself." So yeah,
Of course,
originally I wanted to do. I was a young man, so I thought, I want to spoof Yul Brynner and Rex Harrison, and those were the guys that were on Broadway then, in their revivals, of course.
Yes.
So I used to do it, and I did it with Norma Mae Ling, who was a wonderful performer originally, and she was a great wit, and she's no longer with us, unfortunately, but she was a great light, and I wrote the show for her and myself to showcase us as performers. But then I realized, I can update this show and keep it going, and then came the British invasion, so I couldn't resist that.
Did you have any idea it would go on
No.
forever?
No.
That you would go on
No.
forever?
I thought I was going to get a better job eventually, but I thought I was going to get something on TV or film, but I didn't.
Well, what?
But I've
would
had fun.
What would your idea of a better job be at this point?
I know. No, it's great because I'm sort of my own boss,
Sort
At
of.
least artistically, I'm my own boss. I've done some writing for hire, and that's hard when somebody says, we like that line, we don't like that line.
Where did the name Forbidden Broadway come from?
Well, it was just before we even did the show, I used to write these parody songs, as many young people do, and keep them in a folder, and sing them to friends at a party. So I just had a folder called Forbidden Broadway, which meant, which kind of meant Forbidden Broadway is forbidden to me because I'm such a naughty, out-of-the-box performer. And in a sense, it has been because I still haven't made it to Broadway. So, but I guess 47th Street Theater with Spamilton is probably as close as I got, but that's okay.
And we should point out, you
Oh, yes.
can,
Yeah.
if you haven't seen the show off Broadway, you can get the CD of it.
It just came out.
And
the
Wanna get
vinyl.
vinyl.
The vinyl is back. Hamilton came out with vinyl, so we weren't going to be outdone. We did a vinyl. And, with the vinyl comes with a download card, so you essentially are getting a digital copy for your iTunes library. And then the CD, which I've had 12 Forbidden Broadway CDs, 1 Forbidden Hollywood CD, and this is my 14th. This is Spamilton, and it was fun to do. And the original cast are all magnificent. They were young, brilliant performers that gave 1,000% of their heart and dedication to the show.
One of them was
But it's-
discovered. Nora Shell.
Yeah,
was
Nora Shell is
discovered
also
in-
nominated for a Drama Desk Award.
Right.
Yeah, she's a great, great talent.
But is this your first vinyl? The first time?
No, because the Forbidden
Initially,
Broadway
was-
was so old. That's 1982. that was one of the last shows on vinyl.
I think I have a cassette deck, a cassette
Cassette,
version
yes,
of that.
we have cassettes of those too, right?
Cassette.
Those may be
Oh,
gone.
Wait
yeah.
till those come back.
Yeah, they still play.
Who knows? So, vinyl is back, Gerard is back, and Broadway is better for it. Gerard Alessandrini, thank you
Thank you so
much.
much.
Thank
It's
you,
been
Charlie.
a pleasure having you.
Pleasure having you.
Thank you, Leslie.
And that is our show for the evening. When you go to the theater, look for Leslie and me,
Thank you.
us two.
On the aisle.
In New York, you can be a real ham, or you can be a can of cold spam. It's your choice, Hamilton, Hamlet, or Ham.
In New York,
New York, just you wait.
Lin-Manuel is Hamilton.
He's the Ham and Spamilton.
Waiting in the wings for you.
You may have left town, you must some down time. You left to show us Hamilton, but Spamilton clings to you.
And I am not gonna let Broadway rot. I am not gonna let Broadway rot. Hey, yo, I'm just like a savior with bomb deepest behavior, and I love being a hot big shot. I am not gonna let Broadway rot. I am not gonna let Broadway rot. Hey, yo, I'm just like a savior with Beyonce behavior, and I love being a hot big shot. We're really, really hot.
Renee Elise,
Smirk, smirk.
Philippa Sue, and Jasmine, the Skylar Puppets. Renee Elise, Jasmine, Philippa. Disney says musicals should dumb down. Disney wants more family shows. Disney gave Hamilton a thumbs down. We'll be here while their shows pose. But look around at all the new shows happening in New York. We said New York. Yup.
So what did you miss? What did you miss? The lyrics go by so fast and you are in the abyss. I see you sitting there and looking befuddled. I guess my diction is sloppy and muddled. We're telling a complex plot, so what did you miss? Let me clarify this. Me, I saved his ass.
Me, I give him sass.
Me, I'm full of gas.
Me,